Hello everyone and welcome to another draft of Crimson WoW. This is a traditional draft this time and a pretty interesting pack one pick one because it's such a a disappointing pack because it doesn't have a lot of good stuff going on. Rare is just unplayable and then the uncommons, the Brambleworm is the best out of those. Commons not really that good, so I think the pick is rather easily the Brambleworm. You could take the Lamholt Raconteur and try to maybe see if the blue-red non-creature spells archetype would be open because this is definitely great in that one. But I think the Brambleworm is a slightly more reliable pick. So let's take that. Alright. And I can easily just move to some other color. Well, I'll take the best card now. So it's Abrade. Someone took the rare here and well, that's it. It's the best card in the pack. Some nice red here still. Of course, the Celebrant is good. I like the Belligerent quest quite a bit too. Some couple of green uncommons and a good 2-drop too. I mean, if you have humans, if you haven't seen my previous draft, I suggest you check it out. It was pretty interesting human tribal deck. But yeah, let's take the Abrade here. Pretty easy pick. And there's a Thalia, which is definitely not as good in limited as it's in constructed. Still a fine card. And I see a lot of white in this pack, although two of the white, the Officiant and the Sanctify, aren't really any kind of signals. Heron of Hope is a good card, and the 2-drops are good ones too. I have only one green card here. Disciple isn't even that amazing in the decks where the Brambleworm is exciting. Very Prisoner here. I mean, I could pick the Very Prisoner if I want to have like a late game green-red deck. This is a very good defensive card, so this plays well with the Brambleworm for sure. But should I take something like white in here instead? I think I'll just take the Thalia or the Twinblade Geist. Might even like the Twinblade Geist a little bit more because it has them. Yeah, I think it's the better 2-drop out of those, so I'll take that. And here, well, no white at all. There's only the Sanctify. So this draft is now all over the place. I see good black in this pack. Alright, so well, there's no green worth picking, no white. And the red, is there's a Frenzied Devils. Yeah, it's gonna be a black card. The best card in this pack is probably Diagraph Scavenger. I do like the Gluttonous Quest too, but I think at this point I'll take the Scavenger and see how the draft moves on. 4 different colors from 4 first picks, but sometimes that's how the drafts go. How about, do we still have a clear signal? Something could be open. Not exactly. Now I have a good black card, some interesting red choices here, a decent white card, and also the Infestation Expert as a green card is worth considering. Well, at least I'm not going to pick a blue card from here. It would be funny to have a 5th color here at pick number 5 now. But no, it's not going to be a blue card, so it could be the Expert, it could be the Scavenger, it could be the Trainee too. I like how the Trainee... Nah, maybe it's just gonna be the... I don't know, Expert? I'll take the Scavenger. I'm not sure. There wasn't enough time to think about all the, how the cards and the picks I have made, how they play with each other. I mean, how good they are. For example, a deck which Abrade will be good with any of these cards, but a deck that has both a Twinblade Geist and a Brambleworm isn't necessarily that amazing. But here it could be a Belligerent Quest, it could be a Traveling Minister, and I think those are the options. I think I'd rather play the Abrade than the Geist, so I'll just take the quest here and see if I can be black-red here. Okay, Summons isn't really good, but the black and red are now open, so I think I made... Well, there's still a decent white 3-drop too, but I think it's something from black, red and white, and so far it does seem like it's exactly black and red. So I could take the Lacerate Flesh or another Belligerent quest. I think I'll take the 5-mana removal now. I like the blood tokens you sometimes get from it quite a bit. Alright, so there's a Sigardian Paladin, but this is not a green-white deck. Definitely not. I'll just take the impulse. This would be an interesting one in a blue-red deck, but I don't care about the 3 mana version of this card. It's too situationally good only. So, and this is definitely Reckless Impulses is a completely reasonable card to run. Okay, let's take the Lightning Wolf. Now, is there some kind of a chance I'll be green? I mean, if I open a green bomb, yeah, there is. I'm not exactly black just because of the scavengers here. So I might take in like a Millipede or the Witch's Web, just in case I end up with the Brambleworm. I'll just take the Lightning Wolf. I mean, it seems like I will be at least red here. Okay, so here I could take the Slayer, I could take the Dawnheart Disciple, because I can easily be white-red still. I can be green-red, but I'm not sure if I like the Brambleworm in the deck with the Disciple. Yeah, I think I'll just take the Vampire Slayer instead. Okay, and I did get another Disciple now. So maybe I should have gone after all that route. Darn. Hard to say. I think Undying Malice isn't that bad either. The Weary Prisoner is interesting if I don't end up black. Okay, I'll take the red card only. I'll just pick all the red cards and figure out my deck in the following pack maybe. Or my colors more like. Right, so Frenzied Devils, another wolf. I don't think I'm going to play the second wolf. It's not that amazing. I guess I could have taken the sideboard card. This is a best of 3 draft. A wedding invitation, it's more likely than that thing, but I think it's still very unlikely to be played. I'll put it to the sideboard here. Now there's a Voice of the Blessed, but this is definitely nice constructed card when you can build a deck around it, and similar effects in limited. If you're black-white, yeah, you can make this a pretty good card in that case. I passed a Traveling Minister and all that, but there's just no other choice than the Abrade here. I know I'm playing red no matter what. Abrade is, I think, just the best card in the pack. Maybe not as good as the Wildspawn Spider, but of course I would have to be blue and green to pick that card. So let's take the Abrade and still keep the second color option kind of an open here. Okay, there is a Brambleworm number 2 now. I mean, that could be something. That could be something, but I'm not sure if the... I mean, I guess if I took a green card, it would be more like a Wolf Strike. What I need here are 2 drops. And the Path of Peril isn't... It's not that interesting. There's a third Diagraph Scavenger now. I think I'll take the red 2-drop here, because I need some of them. And I have some, Wolves and Werewolves here. Here... nothing too good still. Man, I don't think I'm gonna use these white cards, which means I need more cheap cards, which I don't really have options for. I mean, I guess the Kindly Ancestor. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. I think I should take that, because I could be white and red. Black isn't enough open here, only the Scavengers here. Let's take the 3 mana card, it's better for my mana curve. And here... the quest would be okay, but I'll just take another wolf now that I have already... I mean, you should pick as many of these cards as possible when you started picking them. So let's do that. Not going to be the Sure Strike, but it is the Traveling Minister, so this is white-red. Now finally, this is almost surely now going to signal the colors of the deck. I cut the Scavengers and I will cut the Brambleworm, but yeah, this is now enough. Also the mana curve is good with these colors. It's only 4 white cards, but they are still cards I don't mind playing. Maybe the Vampire Slayer isn't that great, but as long as I don't have enough 2-drops, this is gonna stay in the deck. There's an Amtikatas, but I think it is going to be the Fearful Villager. I already saw one of these earlier in this pack, so it can come back later. So the Fearful Villager not only is a 3-drop I still need, it also does synergize with the Ritual there, so let's pick it. And here it's just going to be another trainee here. 2-drop is fine. I don't think I'm gonna play even the 1 Frenzied Devils and the Reckless Impulse. I have already 1. I could play 2, but it's better to take a 2-drop here. And this deck should be having quite easy time to training it. The Flame Breather though is unlikely to be an interesting card to run here, but I guess it's still the more likely than the other options there. That pack was quite weak for me. And here there's another very prisoner. Huh. There's anger, which I don't care about. I guess I can take it. I mean, it's an odd card, but I'm not necessarily that aggressive here. I might want to have that 4-mana 2/6 that eventually can start attacking at some point. Won't be playing any of these, I'll just take the uncommon here. And I got an Arm the Katas, which I do like more than the Pyre Spawn here, I think. I can sideboard it out if I want to, but let's play one Arm the Katas. And I guess the Ancestral Anger, if I somehow find a lot of them, I'm never gonna play the boarded window. So I can take the uncommon here. And last pack starts with a most likely a Valorous stance. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having the Drogskull Infantry, or maybe even another Lacerate Flesh, but Valorous stance is the best card for me. Of course, the best card in the pack is the blue rare, but there's also packs on pop, but I didn't go the green route. I think I could have gone, but it wasn't that obvious. Anyway, I'm happy to pick the nice uncommon there, and this is a very easy upgrade here, of course. A third upgrade, just high quality removal. You can play like, I don't know, 5 of these easily in a deck. Especially in best of 3, you can pick 5 of these, because if for some reason you don't need that many, you can sideboard them out. But that should be quite rare. Now here Vampire's Vengeance kills a bunch of my 2-drops, and while the Blood Petal Celebrant is quite often better than the Rich Wolf, in this deck the Rich Wolf is actually better, so I'll take that. Okay, well, there is another Valorous stance which would be really good, but the Ballista Watcher is just better even. It's a really high impact card and easy to pick here. I wouldn't mind having another trainee too, but the stance would be good, but Ballista Watcher just can win games. Okay, Voltaic Visionary. This is almost a mono-red deck. I'm kinda sad about it, because I would... some good green here also, but well, I guess I get the trainee now. Because, I mean, I have like less than 10 white cards in the final deck, but I think I have to play the mana base with all these 2-drops so that the mana base will have to support the white. Yeah, I can't be mono red. It's only 17 red cards. My sideboard doesn't have enough to make it 23 or 24, so it's gonna be red-white, even though it's mostly red. Okay, another quest. That's actually nice. It's a good trainer for the good follow-up for the Paris Play trainees. Okay, I get another shot at the Vampire's Vengeance. I think it is a better sideboard card than something like the Bequaler, although the Bequaler could maybe be interesting, but maybe not. I don't care about the Flame Breather in this deck. Okay, I have so much, small creature removal that I think I will take the Tapper instead. I don't even have the passive Fism variant, and I'll take a Lacerate Flesh too. But yeah, I don't think I need the Vampire's Vengeance with triple upgrade here. Honeymoon Hearse, probably not. Very good. How about the Daybreak Combatants? I'm not that aggressive. It's still something that I can maybe try. Don't care about the Shield Basher. I think my 4-drops... yeah, I'd rather play the Prisoners, actually. And yeah, the Hearse is not for this deck. And okay, now I get the Vampire's Vengeance for the sideboard. I mean, no one was just interested in them. Alright, Massive Might is really good, but I have no use for it, so I'll take the uncommon here. So someone gets very late Massive Mights. That was a weird set of last packs. Right. Yep, these will be in sideboard. And now let's see. Currently it's 8 non-creatures, and I think I might be cutting some of that. So that's really easily... I'm cutting the Frenzied Devils. Then that's a total of 4 wolves and 4 werewolves, so that's a decent amount of ways to make this have the +1/+0 and trample. And then this could be a 16 land deck, but I guess it's not. I don't think it is a 16 land deck. Yeah, it feels like it's maybe a bit too, because I have a couple of lacerate flashes here, for example, which give me blood tokens. The quests can give me blood tokens. Yeah, I don't feel like getting, and I have the reckless impulse, which also helps. Well, it does help you find lands, but it also helps you in a flooding situation to find spells. So I think I'll just cut 5 cards if I find easy 5 cards. I think the Flame Breather is easy cut, Vampire Slayer is an easy cut. Now those were the easy ones. And then, do I care about the Kindly Ancestor in this deck? I don't think I will main deck that thing. That is going to be like, I'm cutting so many of my white cards here, but yeah. I was just looking at my 3 drops, and I think the Kindly Ancestor and the Daybreak Combatants are the cards to cut here, and then I can run 16 lands or just cut one other card. I think I do like the Tapper here because my deck doesn't have a removal for big things. There's no pacifisms. Now the Lacerate Flesh is removal for medium-sized things, but the opponent plays a 6/6. I guess I can try to have my own 6/6, but still. Oh, I have one. Okay, the Valorous Stance does kill big things, but I think still the Tapper seems interesting. 1, 2, that's 4, 5, 6, 7 2-drops. That's only 7 white cards, but I have to play. How about the Amdikatas? Is that a thing? I do like with the trample creatures though, and these will also against trample quite a bit, so I think I will play the Amdikatas. At least in the main deck. I can cut it against, some opponents maybe. Now I could see cutting one Paris Blade Trainee still. Or maybe one Weary Prisoner could be cut. Maybe I don't need 2 of them. That's still enough werewolves to make the Rich Wolves quite often to, have the trample effect and plus 1 power. Yeah, I don't think this deck wants to be 16 lands because I have 3 5 mana cards. Yeah, okay, I will cut one of these prisoners and that's it. This is the main deck. And I have some options to sideboard into various builds here, I think. 15 creatures, that's still enough. Yeah, that's fine. And sadly no Evolving Wilds here. So I will play, just because I have so many more red cards, I will play 9 mountains, but I have to play 8 plains because I don't want to miss my 2-drops when I have them available. The fact this is a double caster is not such a big deal. I could easily play just 7 or 6 white sources because Amdekatsas is often the card you're gonna play quite late. But I need to have my turn 2 white source whenever I draw these things early, so I think I sadly have to play 9/8 mana base. I would really want to play 10/7 here, or I would really want to have an Evolving Wilds, but I just don't have any of that. So it's really very tough to play only 7 planes. But this is only 7 white cards. I guess I have the Reckless Impulse and the Visionary, which at least help me a bit to find maybe the white source. Okay, fine. I'll play 10/7. It's just so few white cards. It's very hard to justify 9/8 mana base. Yeah, let's have these Forgotten Realms lands. I haven't used them in a while. 10/7 it is. Alright, so not the greatest deck, but it has removal, and that often can just, help you win the game. If you have enough removal to get rid of most of the opponent's nasty threats. Well, not the greatest hand, but I suppose that the 2-drop that I cannot really drain that easily is still fine enough because I have the Weary Prisoner for turn 4, and then now that I drew the Lacerate Flesh, I don't even mind if I draw more lands here. Okay, they are gonna mill a... They have a Mirror Home. Okay, that needs to be dealt with. Well, it is a 5 mana Disturb spell now. I can start training the trainee perhaps, unless they have like a Stitcher's assistant. Well, I still can, but that would be quite bad. So when they can put this on any... I need to have the Lacerate Flesh ready for this thing, and I hope that they will put this on a creature that is gonna die to the Lacerate Flesh. I need to draw one land too, but it's gonna take some time before they're gonna use this. So I'm not that worried quite yet. They have a Gift of Fangs in there. Well, that's not nice, but... I guess I can live with that. Okay, well there is the 5th land, which I needed for the... I get my 3/2 Trampler, which I needed for the Lacerate Flesh. Okay, they... Okay, problem is they can of course... Oh, they have multiple Skull Scarps. I think their deck is really good. okay, this is really bad for me. Do they have a land drop? Yes, they do. So I could make them Prisoner into 6/6 by not playing a spell right now, but... Yeah, the problem is now they can use the Mirror Hole Mimic on the Prisoner. That is really, really bad. I actually didn't even think that. But I guess I just need to do this and get something good. Well, that's not the greatest. I'm gonna lose to the Mimic here. How can I kill the Prisoner? I cannot. I just have to concede when they slap it on the Mimic. They just keep getting more of these, and there's no way I can push through. Okay, they play the other Skull Scarp. Doesn't do anything, and it has to be a non-token creature, so they can't really go off too nastily there. So now I will get a couple of blood tokens. But I'm still gonna lose the moment they find the 5th land and put it on the Prisoner. Because I can't make this Prisoner die here. Okay, well they can sacrifice the 2/2 if they want to. They don't get the token from this thing. They can do that, sacrifice the card itself, so they will get a token. And well, it's gonna be very hard now. Okay, now they have the aura available. Doom Dissenter. I mean, their deck is just... Their deck is really, really good. Double Scarp. This is one of, I guess, maybe the best common exploit creature. They have the Mimic, and they have the, the food for those things to sacrifice. So I think I'm just completely... I mean, I can't even win with the Katars here. That is the problem. I'm gonna play the Lacerate Flesh and the Rich Wolf here, I think. I mean, the blockers they have, it's just... I mean, I have lost the game now. Maybe I shouldn't have... I don't know. Well, whatever. So this will... I mean, I can't even attack with these because they have so good blocks there and they have so many cards in their hand. So I think I have to cut the Prisoner just so that they can't do this anymore. At the beginning of your upkeep, so if they play it on the Prisoner right now, like they do on their upkeep and on each of their upkeeps, they will start getting these 2/6s, which completely make it impossible. I guess I can do this, but I don't think there's any card that helps me here now. I mean, if I can sacrifice this somehow, can I kill the... Well, that is sort of... The problem is I can't attack with these Rich Wolves. But now I can make it into a Knight, but they will still get... Because they of course have to attack with these when it's a Knight. But I even lose now my Katars, which is really nasty. Do I want to even use the Well, it doesn't matter, I can exile it. I don't think it matters. This deck they have, it's just so good. I mean, all these cards play together so well. And they have a pattern. Okay, now that's enough. That's enough. Because they just keep getting those 2/6s, and I even lost my only thing that could have helped there. So the prisoner goes away and I will play instead. The vampire's vengeance, it can kill a bunch of these things here. They have a lot of 2 toughness creatures. Now, so do I, but I just have to be careful. I have to be careful about playing these when I have the vengeance in my hand. So I think I'll play the 2/3. It seems like it's something that works nicely here. And then the stance. I guess I could have drawn the stance, but it was... Yeah, that could have killed this thing. It's still bad to use it on your own creature, but that would have been the only option. So how do I do it here now with all this stuff? I think the Arm the Katas will be quite bad. They have so many jump blockers, so I will cut that one. Okay, so seems like a very tough matchup because they have the... I mean, of course the rare was just the thing that won them the game, but the other cards, they had those 2 good uncommons, and yeah, that was nasty. I will keep this because I only need 1 land to make this a decent hand, and if I don't draw land, well, that's... Okay, I drew the nuts there. I mean, Plains was the best possible draw there. I can play a turn 2 creature, and then they have a Catgeist. Now, that's always a bit... I think I'm not going to attack for 1 damage only, because if they do deal with the quest here, I don't want them to get a free card. -2 doesn't work on that thing, it's a vampire. They might have a -2 on the trainee though. Okay, so they are thinking about other options. So they have more than 1 player available. Just a Doomed Dissenter. And yeah, sure. Hope they double block. Then I will use the Abrade here most likely. Although I don't have to do it. No, I won't be using that. I will actually just trade here. And yeah, they get the 2/2, and then they can use the the curiosity thing on the 2/2, but it's still fine because I will get to get rid of it with my Abrade, and this is actually a decent follow-up. I don't think they're even gonna go for the curiosity. That's not necessarily what they want to do, unless they have a... Okay, well, that's an undead butler then. They have card draw spells, repository scarp, and now they have a skull scarp, which I cannot kill in response, because now they can kill the... Yeah, that's too much value, because the 2/2s are really good against my deck, in fact. But what can I do? Can't do much here. Yeah, that's just a value all over the place. And now, because they have relevant cards in their graveyard, they can use the repository scarp here. Well. Okay. Let's attack and see how they block. Maybe I can get some value out of the Abrade. They might just double block the quest, which they should. So now I have the option to kill one of them to get a blood token, and that I definitely want to do. And then I could kill the other one too. Nah. I won't be doing that. I will be though ending the turn here, because if they play the repository scarp or something, I will just kill it in response. So they don't get the skull scarp token nor the instant or sorcery from the graveyard. And if they go for the cat-like curiosity, I can use Abrade in that case too. And if they do nothing else, I will just probably throw away the Plains. Oh. Well, well, well. At least they lost the cat-like curiosity, so they can't put it on the flyer anymore. And I can, I guess, still... I mean, problem is they have too much going on. Although the Vampire's Vengeance is almost good enough, but it will kill my trainee. Oh, that is not nice. If I had more mana, I could double... Yeah, I can't. I will lose my training, and it wouldn't be that bad if I could move the counters, but I don't have that luxury here. I think I have to pass here. I guess... Yeah, I'll pass for now, and I will see what they do. But this is a bit odd, but I won't be playing these rituals when I have the Vengeance here. So, what can they get back? A card draw spell, alright. Okay, good. That is gonna be killed by the Vampire's Vengeance. Let's see if I can... Alright, this is really good now. Now this is really good. This was the best possible thing that could happen to me here. That was really amazing. I guess I needed to get lucky here. Now I can just attack into the scarp and finish it off with an upgrade and play the Rich Wolves here and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see. I know they have the scarp in their hand, but it's just a 3/3. Oh, that's actually... I made a mistake here. I shouldn't have... Well, I guess... Okay, fine. Not such a big deal now, but I actually didn't realize I couldn't even attack with this into the thing, but... They choose actually to return a card draw spell, I guess. But that's a slow one. Well, they just have a removal here, which is fine. I mean, they can't kill the trainee here. I can pressure them here. They can only kill one of these things. Doomed Dissenter, fine. Impulse will be interesting. Can I get like... No, I'll just do this. I mean, I guess I can have like 2 4-drops or something, but it was 2 lands instead, which is making it a bit easier. So let's just play this wolf, and if they want to use the Parasitic Grasp to kill a wolf here, well, then they do that. They don't have good blocks no matter what. Alright, so the Vampire's Vengeance is the thing that... I mean, not only that, but they had to play the 2/2s on that specific turn to make the Vengeance so good. So they are gonna block the 1/1 double striker, kill the Rich Wolf, I think. Go to 16, then go to 10. No, actually go to 13. Of course, they kill the Rich Wolf that isn't attacking, or is attacking rather. And then they have 2 cards in hand. This is not in my hand, so I cannot discard it for this thing. It's in exile, which I can be playing on the next turn. The next land I draw, I can just throw it away for the Blood Token. And actually, funnily, the Paris Blade Trainee is doing a lot of work here. It's just bigger than they can handle. Alright, so they have an exploit thing, I guess. That has to be it. But why would they attack in other ways? The attack makes no sense unless they just sacrifice it for something. Yep. So Twin Blade Geist goes away. And then let's see what I find here. Yet another Abrade. Why not? Let's play this because that's the only thing I can do with it. And I guess it's gonna be double strike on the trainee. Can't make the wolf into a trampler right now. First strike, try to kill it. To save my thing, I have a 3-4 double striker, which is quite nice here. And if they don't have exile-based removal on it, it can move the counters on the Rich Wolf. Binding Geist is fine-ish. Well, not gonna offer any trades here. They jump, they can make it now into a 1 power thing, but it has training, so it's not so great for them. It's not so great for them because then I will be able to train it with these guys. How many lands the opponent has here on the graveyard? No lands in the graveyard, none in exile, so I think they might have a bunch of lands in their hand. I have 2 discarded to blood tokens, so even though we both have 6 lands and have access to around the same amount of cards in this game. I have 19 left in my deck, they have 18. Okay, well there's a Mimic for them, so it can... Yeah, well that's really not the card I wanted to see there. Wow. I think I have used most of my removal, but I still have a Lacerate Flesh. Huh. So... I can train the trainee. Attack with the Kindly Ancestor. Won't be attacking with the Rich Wolf, of course, but both gain life, but I want to have the counter on this thing. And I will, deal a bunch of damage. They can block now the Kindly Ancestor and use the, the aura in their... I mean, block the trainee here to get the aura happen. But I guess them getting copies out of these cards is not such a great thing. It's still quite okay, but... Okay, let's hope they now find a pocket of lands. Because this thing allows them to... That's annoying. So they have 5 power there total. I'm not going to attack with the trainee now. But... And they actually didn't hit a pocket of land. So they have no lands in here, no lands in exile, so... Okay, that makes this into a 3-2. So I can train the trainee now. How do I do it? I have, if they have a land in hand, I think my attacks should be quite good here. So let's play this to make the Rich Wolf into a... Oh, it's not a land in hand. They have a priority here. Syncopate there. Well, I mean, I guess they literally have drawn. This is all non-lands. This is all non-lands. The hand has now cards. So they have 7 lands on the battlefield. 16 cards remaining in the deck. So they have drawn 7 lands and 17 non-lands. Now what does that mean for the remaining of the deck? If they play like 16, they will have here 9 lands. So they have 50% of lands in the deck. But the Kindly Ancestor is of course the Mirror Hall Mimic. So that dying means they can slap it on some of my guys. Not great. But I can push through with the trainee here. It is gonna be... Yeah. So I will do this. I will be doing this here now. Spectral Binding, not so good on training, guys. Now they choose the jump block. Makes sense. They don't get the life because its first strike damage will be dealt first, and then this already dies. And then this is quite slow, so they can enchant any of my things, and they will start getting the creatures on their upkeep, so I can actually attack with all my stuff then. So if they block with the Cutter's Calcal to trade with the Ancestor, it's not that great for them. Okay, they chose to take here 3 now, and they most likely will be enchanting some creature here. Can be theirs, can be mine. At least I hope they didn't find even better spell to play here. I just hope they finally start drawing some lands here. So they can get more lifelinkers that way. But the double striker is... Oh. Well, they did draw a spell here, so... And I keep drawing lands. Because... Yeah, that's really annoying. I guess they can't really kill this, so there is that. I mean, they can, but they lose their aura there. But I really hope that they didn't have these jump blockers. But I guess if they just jump block, it's not so bad. Alright, so let's do this. Of course I want to attack with the Ancestor, because they basically won't be blocking that. It's not necessarily gonna be enough for them that they get there. But I really wish that they didn't have the... I mean, they would have to block with this or take even more damage there. Actually, they would have had to jump block with this if they drew a land. Well, good for the opponent, I guess. Now they have endless jump blockers, but if they now drew a land, they can't just... okay, good. Alright, so now, how to do it? Because I can just kill my own Ancestor, but that doesn't seem to make any sense. So I'll kill the lifelinker here. Get a blood token. Might as well see what I draw, if that makes any change of plans here. Okay, visionary, not so bad. Yep, they don't have solution there now because what happens is, I just check the clock. I have 18 minutes, they have 20 minutes already. So what I do here, I pump the Rich Wolf and attack with everything. They have to jump block the train. Actually, they just lose that way if they have the land in hand finally. Yeah, even if they jump block this, I will just deal exactly 5 here. Alright, well, definitely the Vampire's Vengeance was really good, and I would like to have access to the other one too, but it's still fine. I have so many upgrades that I can deal with their stuff quite easily. Okay, how about the Bequiler? Maybe that's not so good, because that's also something, if they put this ghastly mimicry on it, I can't even kill it myself, and even though they won't be able to use the white mana activation, the board full of 2/5s will just make it impossible for me to win. I have no flyers whatsoever, so I think I will cut the tapper here, and maybe just I don't know, play the the Katars in the end. Does that make any sense? Don't have enough non-creatures to make the Keswick Flame Breather that good. I don't want to play the Prisoner, it's also too risky for that clone thing they have. I have no way to exile cards from the graveyard. I think I'll just play the Amtekatas. Hope to somehow win with it. Maybe they don't get all the Skull Scarps. Okay, that's fine. And they have a Skull Scarp, which means I will be just leaving mana up for the upgrade here. I don't want them to get any value. They could have like a Stitches Assistant or something like that. Okay. Okay, that's not a bad one after having all these lands. The Reckless Impulse will be a nice refill. Ballista Watcher, if they can't kill it, will be really good. Okay, just that, but I can actually attack with the 3/2. Because this, of course, does make the static ability happen. Now they can have of course, the thing that drains 3 points from this thing, and this is a human, so they don't need the double black for that. Most likely they will play that if they have it available, but they don't. They do have 2 creatures though, so they have a card from this thing. Okay. So Reckless Impulse. Land, Villager, and then next turn I can play the Wolf there. No, really, I mean, I could have attacked actually. I think they would have blocked, but that was still a completely free attack. I won't be blocking with this thing, and there's like a chance they will not block. But anyway, it's too late now. But I should have attacked it. Definitely. They were tapped out. That was non-risk. No risk for me. Alright, there's a farmer there. Well, I can double... I mean, they can double block this thing. Which might be still okay, because I don't want this to become a 4-3 here. I can just trade with it, basically. Let's try it. And now I can actually start attacking with the Lightning Wolf because of the Ballista Watcher. Because this won't be... I can ping plus the 4 damage, that's enough to win the combat there. But let's see what they do. They still have 4 cards left in their hand, and now it is the Parasitic Grasp, which I feared they might have, and they did. And now it's the Skywap Scarp doing a lot of work, because I haven't drawn my... Well, I have drawn one Abrade, okay. But yeah, it's still not that great. I haven't been able to connect at all. But hey, this is a really decent one. This has not been... They can't syncopate this, so destroy this thing and finally start some attacks here. Don't have Undying Malice, that would have been annoying. No point giving the first strike there. It seems like they have a syncopate, so maybe... I don't want to play this because I have a blood token generating in this deck so much, but if they indeed have a syncopate, I want to play around that as much as possible. Now they have a... Could be one of the card draw spells. There's a Scarp. Do they use that to find the... Yeah, they have the removal spell now, and they can get rid of the wolf. They let me untap though. Well... Okay, they didn't care about... So syncopate doesn't get this thing. I guess they have a syncopate and they wanted to see... Yeah, they didn't play the grasp because they want to have an option to syncopate something. So now they will kill the wolf. Alright, so they have an unknown card and a syncopate in their hand. So they can syncopate x equals 7. I have... Yeah, well, that's gonna be... Let them syncopate the Rich Wolf. It really doesn't matter if they do that. I will have a lot better draws in my deck. And they agreed, not worth countering that thing. As long as they don't find their clone, I think I like my chances. Okay, Gargantua is annoying. There's a Visionary. Can I do them both? They can syncopate with x equals 2, but I can do this both. And I think this is the kind of a spot where I should do it. I'm not gonna get a lot of value out of this thing. So I can play a land and a Visionary post-combat and they won't be able to syncopate that. I will have the 2 extra. So let's do this and this. I will attack for 9. Or they have removal spell there. Then I get rid of a removal spell. The Visionary becoming a 4-3 actually is not blockable by the Gargantua, so that's good. They chose not to block the Rich Wolf. Makes sense. So now do this and this. Syncopate won't work. And then I will be able to cast anything here. Or play a land if I have reveal or cast a spell. Okay. Activate this. Quest here, well, they are gonna syncopate it anyway, because they know I have to play it now. So they can, if I play the trainee first, they still know that they can. I will have to play this, and they will get to counter it. Do they have another? That would be funny. That would be funny if they have another one. Anyway, no attacks now. I just need to find like a lacerate flesh. That would be really, really good assistant. Don't. Well, they might sacrifice itself to draw scry and draw, but they chose not to. Traveling minister, sure. Yeah, sadly, actually, the assistant is really good to deal with the berserker here, and I can draw actually an Abrade, which I have 2 in the deck still. Vampire's Vengeance will be quite bad actually in this board position, but I guess it's something I can live with. Anyway, let's play this now. I need to just draw something good. They might actually have another Syncopate. I'm not offering the trade here. That makes no sense. Now, the longer the game goes, the closer to the clone they go. Okay, that can mill the clone even. Now they can return something nasty from the graveyard. Don't like that one bit. Don't like that one bit either. I'm not drawing the cards I need here. This is really tough because I will lose to the Dawn clone. I mean, there's no attacks. The Dawn 5/4 does too much here. I know I can attack with everything, but it's not good. They can block the 4/3 here. This becomes a 2/3. They maybe eat it, or they eat one of these other 2 guys, and they will happily jump block with the Undead Butler. So this is really bad. Yeah, I mean, they have the better late game. I have lost my Ballista Watcher too, which would be really good, and the Scattered. Yeah, like I said, they have 2 card draw spells. I saw. Yeah, I think that's it. The fact they were able to. Yeah, they found the assistant, which made me unable to attack with this berserker. Yeah, the Gargantua is doing too much here, because now they got access to so many cards that. Yeah, this is just. Oh, this is disgusting now. But I knew this is gonna happen if the game goes too long. I needed to draw my good stuff. I didn't do that. I mean, the fact I was able to push 9 damage there is not enough. Can't even deck them easily, but that is a game plan which I can try to have happen. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is not great. Well, I guess I can try to deck them. They can start attacking, of course, with the 5/4, with this Mimic, which I won't be blocking here, but I wish I had a pacifism here. I could just exile that thing. It would be so good. But it seems like the opponent is just yeah, the value they can generate from this effect is just too much. They have so many ways to generate card advantage here, and they get yet another one of the. This is the 3rd time they're gonna cast a parasitic grasp in this game, and I just draw these lands. So. Alright, I mean, it's kind of. I already know I have no way to win, but I kind of feels like stupid to concede here when I am at 21, but that's gonna be over very soon, because they're gonna start attacking for almost 10 damage. They have 10 cards left in the deck, so I have no way to, I mean, drag the game out. I mean, this is basically, I have no blocks there. This can't even block, and there's no way I can push through 12 damage here. I needed to draw something good when they have the Gargantua, and I needed them to not draw the, well, the Scattered Thoughts. That was over the moment they drew that one. But they had a really good deck. They had one of the best blue and black decks I've seen in this format. Okay. Well, not gonna go with 1 lander here. Let's go to 6, and this is a better one. I would like to have the Amdicatars with these trampling wolves, but it is definitely going to be the card I'm going to throw away here. The opponent kept 7. Yep. Let's see if they have a 2 power blocker, or can I start dealing 3 here. Actually, the trainee is... I like the trainee more here. They're gonna bounce it. They have something, but it of course could be a number of things. Definitely playing around Syncopate, and I play this trainee now. So let's see what they have. Can be the Alchemist's retrieval, or what's the bounce spell with cleave option to bounce your own thing for 1 mana. Yeah, that's exactly that one. But I mean, they just used a card to bounce that. It does buy them some time though, because my attacks would be quite good. Okay, well they have a slow turn 3 here. A land would have been so good with a double Reach Wolf. This would have been so nice, but well, I got a Ballista Watcher, which is really strong too, so it's not really that sad. But they do have now more cards. Well, maybe not, because they did actually waste a card for Tempo. But they can have... Okay, that's a Cruel Witness only. So, Abrade it. And make this happen. Make this into a 2-2. And next turn, I can make the Rich Wolf into a 3-2, which will train the trainee again. I just hope they don't have like a 5 mana card that has a... I mean, it could be the Skywap Scarp that is gonna be... Well, no, that's not so bad. I mean, it would be 5 toughness and able to eat the Rich Wolf, but I have a Valaro stance, so it's actually not that bad. Alright, so... Cobbled Lancer. Wow, that's not nice. Darn. I really didn't want them to have a 2-2 and a 3-3 in this turn, but... And I don't... I mean, I have to do it. Because it's really the best thing I can do. Not that happy about it though. They can eat now the... They can trade. I mean, they can trade with the Rich Wolf, and then they will transform the Lancer, which I didn't want to happen. But what can I do? What I'm gonna do here? Play nothing here. But yeah, the Cobbled Lancer was annoying because now, even though they are now at 8, they will be starting to gain some life here. So, I mean, I needed to draw the 4th land at some point. I mean, it's far from over, but it's definitely not more. No longer do I have the kind of advantage here, because they have so many cards and mana and the lifelinker here that it's not gonna be that easy for me to try to continue the attacks. But I have good cards in my hand once I do draw a land or 2 lands. Okay, they have a... That's not an exile spell, so actually this is very good, because this becomes a 4/4 now. And they choose to offer the trade here. That is interesting. Because I kinda... It's kinda tough. But it's also like... Maybe it is just too risky. If I don't block here and they do have a way to remove this, I think I need to offer the trade here now. I mean, they offered the trade. I need to take the offer. Okay, finally I drew a thing here. So, just the Watcher, I guess. This can't attack. That's just a 2-2. Now this does have a secondary mode, but no, they have a bleed right there, so... Valaro stance wouldn't have helped against that thing. So it's... I thought they don't have a bleed right, because they used the Grizzly Ritual on the trainee, which moves its counters, so it would have been better to exile it, so the counters wouldn't have been moved to the Rich Wolf. But anyway, let's just do this now. I played the land because I definitely need to have it for the flesh anyway. And now they have blood tokens, they have the card draw from the Lancer. I don't expect it to become knight, but I can make it a knight myself if I want to. Or I just use the lacerate flesh on the scarp before they get value out of it. Well, they are thinking their potential plays there. If they just had lands in their hand, I think they would snap, use a blood token, so they have something else than a land. Probably 2 spells. Mind Leech Goal, which they can actually... Why would they do that though? I mean, that was a mistake they made, but this is still really good for them. But they should have actually sacrificed the goal itself, because they still would have gotten both the exile and the card and the token here. Yeah, I don't get it. They could have actually played this turn a lot better. No, they still had an amazing turn. Let's not fool ourselves. They obviously have an amazing turn because they now... whatever. But they could have done it even better. I think because they could have just, I mean, left the scarp for the second exploit, which would be enough to, you know, they would have 2 tokens here, I think. Yeah, they would have 2 tokens here instead. Well, doesn't matter, they drew, I mean, yeah, just draw it all. Two blue-black matchups here, and I happen to hit a pocket of lands, and this being a 6/6 won't matter because they have the exiling effect there. Well, this seems to be a bit floody event now. They chose to do that. Well, they can use the bleed dry anyway, anytime they want. So, I mean, when I flood out, of course the opponent can... Well, first I didn't flood out. First I missed my 4th land drop there. They just draw cards here from everything they have, but I guess it's not such a big deal there. But, I mean, at this point they are just having too much cards compared to me, and they are still at 12. I'm not going to push. Not going to be easily... I mean, especially with these draws, not gonna be that easy to win them, because they can even throw an excess land away to draw a fresh card from the blood token. They have basically 4 cards in their hand, and they could happy all spells. I have 2 cards, which are both lands, which I don't use. I don't need for anything. Okay, they didn't have... One of them was at least a land. Dissenter. Scarp. Oh wow, look at all this value they get from this stuff. But all this is because I wasn't able to pressure them. I just drew... When I started drawing lands, I just started drawing lands. Okay, yeah, this is really... Oh, that was frustrating game. Wow, how is that even possible? Anyway, against that deck, the Vampire's Vengeance seems to be again quite decent. And how about the Prisoner? They have the removal spell for the 6/6, so I don't need to have it there. Kindly Ancestor is good against their 2/2s, and then what I don't need here is... this is bad against the bounce spells I saw, and the instant speed removal too. The Bequiler, I think this time I will keep it in the deck because I didn't see the clone enchantment from the opponent, so this is my sideboarding. Let's not have such an awkward mana draws, because I think if I did hit my 4th land drop a bit faster, I could have pressured the opponent at least a little bit more. And okay, all right then. Did I mulligan in the previous game too? Doesn't matter. I guess it's time to have some bad drafts after I have had so many good drafts, because I really have had good drafts. don't know what they're gonna have next time, because I kind of want the blood token and I don't mind to trade with this thing. I do this because there's a chance I can get a blood token. Just don't be Stitches. Okay, desperate farmer. Not great. Because now they can block with the Skull Scarp, which is kind of okay. They can double block, but then I won't get a blood token, but I get to kill the farmer that way. Yeah, I think it's fine. If they block just with the Scarp, I lose my quest. They get the 4-3 lifelinker, but at least I get a blood token, which I need to get here, given my excess lands here. So let's do it like this. Abrade. I have 3 Abrades in the deck, by the way. It would be a good answer on the Harvester. But it seems like I can only draw lands here, so... It's time to have another sub 2 win traditional draft. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lands and 3 spells, and this is a game in which I'm mulligan to 6, so I guess 3 spells don't do a whole lot. They're gonna just bounce that thing with the probably the cantrip bounce. Yeah, the Harvester. I mean, if I just had an Abrade, they wouldn't be gaining this massive amount of life here. That's already 8 life they've gained from that card. Okay, that's 8 lands and 3 spells. No, it is 9 lands and 3 spells. Yeah, 5 on the battlefield, 1 in the graveyard. That's 9 lands and 3 spells. Alright, yep. That was it. But I will still play the match number 3 because even though I can't win anything in this event anymore, I will just want to see if this deck actually can function at least after those 2 games. Alright, so no stakes match. Let's see if I get like a dream curve in the games now, when it doesn't kind of matter anymore. But yeah, that was really awkward. I mulliganed to 1 lander in that previous game, and then I kept a decent hand at 6, but then I didn't draw anything but lands there. Okay, this is fine enough, especially now that I have the Visionary here on turn 2 versus a Rich Wolf. Okay. Not sure if I'm gonna use the Visionary. Well, let's see if it's gonna get killed instead. It's not. So not actually good. I can't use this. I'm losing the race in that case. I might as well block this guy. It will trample over, but I could also leave it to block the 3-3, but I just it's too risky if they kill the 3-1 and then they can start connecting with you know, 6 power. At least now I got to kill that thing. Alright, they can do that stuff. At least I have a play here now available, which I think... do I just have to block with it? I think I have to. And now I can... Okay, well, I wanted to play the Lacerate, the Bequiler here, but this will be trained and that's not great. Although... I guess I'm gonna do this anyway because I can double block the Stalker or just, you know, block and eat the Rich Wolf, so maybe this is worth it. If they have a pump spell, I will Okay, well, you know what? Opponent had the dream curve there. That is actually... well, I can kill it with the lacerate flesh, so there is that. You know, I mean, if they don't have a massive might, I might still win here. And I can kill this before it gets to draw any cards for them. So let's do this, and now... if they want to train the apprentice sharpshooter more, well, they first of all need a wolf. And even if they have a wolf, I can eat this rich wolf here. So no pump spell. No pump spell. Okay. It becomes a knight. Abrade is good. I'll just play my things here. No need for the tapper. Alright, so if the opponent ran out of... but the curve out they had was really good, but now it is... I did double spell, which is not... I mean, I'd rather have the fearsome werewolf, but I think I just still want to play my stuff in here. And now they... Okay. It is night again, and I got my weary prisoner here. So... no point attacking now, I don't want to get double blocked. I will play the prisoner and then tap the 2-5, and then I will, you know, actually just win here after that. Most likely. Opponent hit a pocket of lands in the wrong spot of the game. Yeah, you can attack, I don't care about that. Can I win here? Not quite, but I can do the arm the Katas on the next turn. I guess I... Flame Blessed Altar, okay, that is gonna be exiled. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they are now taking 10 here, unless they jump block the 6-6. And then on the next turn I can play the arm the Katas, because the thing is that it gives vigilance too. So I can even give a pump effect on the Bequiler and attack with it. And still tap before blockers. So I will be doing exactly that on the next turn. I will tap the sharpshooter now, I think. And if they want to attack with the Rich Wolf, that's completely fine for me. I'm not going to use the Abrade on it. Okay, why would they... Okay, they want to deal more. Okay, well, let's just try this then. They wanted to deal, of course, 4, so that's why they do it in mid-combat there. But yeah, alright, so they had a very, very good start, but then they run out of things to do, and I had my removal and stabilization mechanisms here. Alright, so red-green wolves. Weary prisoner will be a good one against them, so I will sideboard it in. Vampire's vengeance can... well, it doesn't kill enough of these. A couple of rich wolves are there, but it's not enough. So kindly ancestor will be good too. What I don't need here though, I like the tapper. I don't like the lightning wolf. This is so much better. Let's use that. Amtikatas might not be the card I'm too fond of either. I do like the 2 mana plays here I have available, so I think this is it. Yep. Wow, an actual hand that I can be happy about. Rich Wolf. I'm gonna take a bunch of damage from that thing, but I maybe want to see... I'll play this thing anyway. I have the Bequiler here, and okay, I don't even get to... I mean, they don't even have, you know, the effect on this. They have the sharpshooter, alright. I guess that makes sense then. So I should, in fact, attack with the trainee. And I think I would have upgraded it. Now the thing is that I don't have a good block here. It doesn't matter. Let them train this thing. I'm not gonna block the Rich Wolf. I will have the tapper on the sharpshooter available anyway. So let them deal here some damage. I can train my own Paris Blade trainee potentially now. Well, yes I can. And the upgrade will be getting rid of that sharpshooter. They're gonna block now for sure. It's funny that they don't block the thing that gets me a blood token when I deal damage to a player, but I mean that's completely fine for me. And I should discard a planes now to draw a card. Another upgrade. That's good. Now they have a chance to train this again if they have a wolf or a werewolf. And that's what they have. It's a really good one, but at least I get to kill it with the other upgrade, but this is gonna be... And I think it's gonna be the lacerate flesh. I'm losing this race. That is a problem. That is a problem that I'm losing this race, but there's not really much... I think I have to do it like this. I mean, I have to risk a bit. I can easily lose now, but I don't have a good block here against that, so I have to do this. And then I can use the 3-4 maybe to do some blocks, and but I might just die if they have +3 damage here, which is web. They didn't have that. Okay, it is night. So now I need to leave blockers here. I could still attack with the quest and gamble a bit because the Bequiler can... They are only at 10 here. I can, if they have a wolf and a removal spell, I don't know. Maybe I will with the Bequiler. I should, and I played the land on purpose because I probably will play the Reckless Impulse there too. So I'm gonna leave now more blockers because I am at a very low life total now. So with the Tapper, I think I will win. Okay, I have to play around Massive Might now. Because I think I can play around Massive Might. Which means that I should block here. Now if they have a Sure Strike, I don't want to lose both of these on that. I mean, this is playing around Massive Might. They won't be able to kill me if they have that. I'll do it like this. Now if they have a Sure Strike, they can kill either of these things. Fine, yeah, let's do it like this. Bramble Worm, which I can be tapping, okay? So they just threw away the wolf for no reason. Interesting. So now let's play the Impulse. Land. I think I should, because I can discard the land and still have... No, that's not correct. I need to, just in case, leave mana up for upgrade. So I want to leave mana up. I will play this first of all. Then I will have mana up for a tap effect and for the upgrade. That's correct. So as long as the Bequiler stays alive. If they have a Wolf Strike, well, that's gonna be a game over then. Because this thing has trample, I can't let it connect. Alright, so now I will use this thing here. And this thing here. Blood tokens as valuable as they can be. That's a really sweet mechanic in limited. Alright, life gainer, good. And another one that gains me life. I can attack with the trainee. Yeah, why not? Why not? If I can kill the sharpshooter, I'm happy. Let's see if they had a pump effect. They had Vampire's Vengeance here, which is gonna kill the... well, not a lot. And importantly, not the Traveling Minister. So, Trainee dies, but it moves the counter somewhere else. Twin Blade Geist dies, but it can be played as a... let's put here, of course. And I can play this thing and the Kindly Ancestor and still have mana up for the tap effect. Then I can make the Belligerent quest into a double striker. They can throw away their card, which is just a land to draw a card. Hopefully it's not a Wolf Strike. It wasn't, so I have at least one tap on the worm here still. Bequiler being quite relevant here. Okay, I guess they just had what, couple of lands or something. I wasn't gonna win on the next turn. I make this double striker. And even if I pump it, it's gonna be 6 times 2 is 12. And then this is 2 more, so they are gonna be still at 1. Okay, well anyway, they conceded. And that was my first victory in the event, also the last match in the event, which means I finished at 1 win and 2 losses. But that's bound to happen. Occasionally this was my... I don't even know how many traditional drafts have I played. Maybe this was like a 21st traditional draft in this set, and it was my second with less than 2 wins result. I think there was nothing wrong with the deck. The first blue-black deck was amazing. Losing that match is there's no shame in that. They had an excellent deck, and I had some mana issues in the second match, so I wasn't able to really. The deck really didn't show up its strengths in there, especially if I had just one of the 3 Abrades, for instance, in the game 2 there, I could have killed the Desperate Farmer transformed version. And of course, I did have 9 lands and 3 spells in that game too, so that was a bit of a non-match almost. I think the game 1 wasn't that great there either. Yeah, this is a fine deck, but this time it didn't go the distance. Well, it didn't even get the satisfactory result. So claim this prize, and this was my draft number 49. And I will still have a traditional draft as the next event, and it will be the draft number 50, so you will again see my status update for the Crimson Vow. For example, I have 239 packs, but I haven't found that many mythic rares in draft, so I have less than... I think I have less than 30 mythic rares currently. So even if I opened all these, I would have like the approximately like 75% or something like that completion rate for mythic rares. So I'm not gonna be opening these packs anytime soon. But next is the draft number 50, so there will be my set completion current status and also the draft stats. Even though this one was a 1-2 traditional draft, the traditional drafts have been amazing, and you will see them in that video then. So that will publish on the next day. So thank you for watching, and I will see you then. Bye bye.